This afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to do one thing first. I want to thank you for coming because you care. And that is what it takes to turn this around. Voters who actually care. And the second person I'd like to thank is Ms. Shipman. She'll understand why, so I don't need to go into any details on that. So without further ado, let me tell you why I'm here. I am not going to start out by singing the praises of Obama. Of course, you'd expect that. Or the Democratic Party. Of course, you'd expect that. Or the Republican Party. That you wouldn't expect. And I'll explain why as I move forward. We have a lot of things wrong in this country. I've heard a lot of talk about Obamacare and what it's going to do to jobs. Well, here's a reality check. Jobs have already been being lost before Obamacare even comes into effect. We need to be talking about that. Obamacare is just part of the same problem. Let us look at gun control. That's another one of these issues. Gun control is not about stopping violence amongst criminals, especially in the black neighborhoods. Blacks have been killing each other with high-capacity automatic weapons for the last 25 years. Nobody talked about gun control then. Gun control is an attack on those who own guns legally so that they can be identified, that it can be limited as to what they can purchase. Why? So that they can't meet force with force. Our Second Amendment rights are purely about our ability to protect ourselves against those that would hurt us, including a tyrannical government. I live in South DeKalb County. You can't hardly find a school where the graduation rate is above 50%, let alone anything that is above 20% for those that are prepared for college. They've already screwed up the federal government, the public school system. Now they want to do more damage with Common Core. Who homeschools in here? Raise your hands. They're coming after you. More government intrusion. We talk about other things like limited government and no new taxes. How many of you knew about the carrot and stick legislation, the 6.5% sales tax that Georgia passed on anybody selling a private motor vehicle to another private citizen? Raise your hands if you knew about that. Well, it wasn't on the ballot like T-Splosh. Why? Because they didn't want us to vote it down, because we would have said no. Why is this? Yet we're supposed to believe certain things. I'm not going to do a stump speech to try and get you to applaud, and I'm going to bypass a lot of those things. Why? As conservatives, not Republicans, as conservatives, we expect limited government. As conservatives, we expect that the government is not intrusive into our private lives. As conservatives, we expect that we should have better choices when it comes to how we educate our children. But those things we don't have. So those are the expectations of a conservative, but they are being overlooked by those that we elect and send to supposedly represent us, yet they tell us they want to go and lead us. I don't know about you, but I don't need another leader. I'm looking for a representative that will stand for you, the people. The room has not changed. There's only one guy that I know of that we held accountable for what he has done. That was George Bush Sr. He said, read my lips, no new taxes. And when he violated that, he was held accountable and summarily lost against Bill Clinton. This is what we have to do to those that we keep sending back to the room, because all they're doing is becoming like the room. They are not changing it. If they have said that they would change it but have done nothing of substance to bring that about, stop sending them. That is your empowerment, your ability to choose. We need to look for representatives, not leaders. We also need to understand that unless we start to stand up and say no, until we start to hold our elected officials accountable, nothing will ever change. No matter how much rhetoric that you may hear as those that come to the podium after me or before me, it will stay the same unless we, the people, stop it.